Black shit. Hop out on your hood, see all my foreign features. Bitch think she deserve this dick cause she caught me some sneakers. This black umbrella shit is dope, they say the gang need us. They love the hipsters, but what about the gang leaders? Huey had an army, Martin had a dream. Emancipated with this 40, we let freedom ring. She sell her pussy, whip the work to hope you cook and clean. But if the feds kick in the door, you going through the beam. Mediate the beef, make sure the hood eat. I'm hearing rumors we at war, I wish I could sleep. They hear the name and want the fame, but they don't know the cost. Niggas wanna clap me, but take a second to assess the loss. Accountability breeds fear, I'm a fucking boss. Young homies fluffing pillows, but ain't nothing soft. I mean too much to the niggas that hate me. To send a piece to the puzzle, puddles of blood from giving violations. Polished excrement, yes the shit and you know it. You don't get strikes for holding whistles, gotta blow it. How the fuck you wanna play, but don't respect all the coaches? All for the peace, yet the police just wanna choke us. Kite to the precinct, a list of demands to Tacoma with an address, a photo, a grams with black hands round her neck, man, fuck the popo. It's hard to stay clean when you in the mud. Now I'm saluted by pretty bitches that use guns. Hop out on your hood, see all my foreign features. Bitch think she deserve this dick cause she caught me some sneakers. This black umbrella shit is dope, they say the gang need us. They love the hipsters, but what about the gang leaders? Hard to get diplomas, but we paying teachers. Pastor tell us to stay faithful, he ain't praying either. Niggas acting like divas, somebody gotta teach them. They fucking on they homies, bitch, they say the homie tripping. They say the pussy made a lane, but listen, how does you busted a nut contribute to the vision? Nigga, I don't get it. Where's the knowledge in it? Where's the wisdom? It's just sickening how you would kill for me, but let your dick make off decisions. Bringing forth the vision. You turn putty for some cutty, boy, who's soft for these bitches? I believe in breaking chains, but I was taught in tradition. So I gave niggas time to cool off of the thinking. I can't hold back the G, they try to talk in the niggas. I don't wanna be responsible for chalking my niggas. Cold sweat, city of Texas, slaughter all of my niggas. Luciano with my corny, ready to cook and get them. I tell them patience, small I'm waiting. These niggas can't hide forever, I'ma blaze them. I've been racing niggas devils. Smaller greatness, fuck your ratings. Fuck your ratings, nigga. Shit. Spit it from the heart, fuck your ratings. Hop out on your hood, see all my foreign features. Bitch think she deserves some dick cause she caught me some sneakers. This black umbrella shit is dope, they say the gang need us. They love the hipsters, what about the gang leaders? The gang leader. Gang leader. Black shit.
Shout out to my BOS niggas from the town. Man, I miss y'all, man. Even though I had the pleasure of seeing my guy come through, he came aboard to the hip hops show that we have initiated with my guy on the Rhyme Hustler. We were able to get an exclusive interview with my man Luciano. You already know. Part of XXL's coming up next. Who got next? The official listing. And man, what he's been doing is he's been, working through his own label, you know what I'm saying? And you know how it is. You can do that these days. A person can have their own whole recording label, right in their basement these days if need be. You don't need anybody else to get into the music industry anymore. It's like all you need is a good, facility, good building, good studio equipment, and of course a good engineer. And of course you got to have some talent. That man Luciano, as you can see, tell me where the lie at. That boy got heat. He got heat. He was up in here last week. He was part of, like, I believe, the first edition for Hip Hops. If you ain't, like I said, if you ain't got a chance to check out that new show that I am helping produce, shout out to the Rhyme Hustler. It is his show. All I am doing is producing it for him, but that's my guy. And we're just trying to, extend our production, our content. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, uh-huh. I see people dipping in and out already. I know what you want to. You want to know if it's gonna be about some fuck shit. Oh, it's gonna be some fuck shit. But before you get to that, you gotta listen to this. You're gonna listen to the real shit, and that's the whole thing. The title says it all. People counting views while we count money. You know what I'm saying? We doing big shit. You doing little shit. It is what it is. But you know. I mean, I'm too busy, man. I really am too busy, man. And I talk about, what's on the agenda. Obviously, we are doing things on the agenda. We are producing more and more shows, more and more content. We have some other stuff. I got another show that's coming up. Um, and it pertains to my people. Some people in my family, they want to get on and do some things, which is, big shout out to my brother Sonny. Yeah, we're gonna get him in here, and he's gonna be doing some things. He's a musician, self-taught, and he's got, a nice little stroke to the guitar. And yeah, yes, that's my brother. I can't lie. He got more talent than I ever had as far as when it came to actually playing music. Yeah, but that, music been in our family forever. That's all I can say. It's been in my family from day one. I used to be in junior high, play percussions and all that, and I just I've been engrossed in the nature of the business from day one. As a youngster, I was part of dance troops, music uh troops. I worked at the concert halls, doing security, touching bases with a lot of people in the industry, and that's kind of like how I got my start, along with my education. That's what tied it all in, because I studied, communications and media at the University of Washington. And lo and behold, I landed at one of the biggest concert halls in the 206. One of my guys, man, his father owned the joint. He owned the joint. We all used to play. Shout out to Boring Lewis. Matter of fact, R.I.P. to Boring Lewis. His dad was like a pioneer as far as bringing groups, and they had me be in charge of security at the Paramount Theater. I was just coming fresh out the UW. I was in my prime, and we started bringing acts like NWA, Houdini, Ron DMC, LL Cool J. I touched and rubbed elbows with all of these cats, and that's pretty much was the beginning of that. I have so much vintage footage still, you know what I'm saying, on OVCR tapes and that type of stuff inside of the vaults. And one of these days, I'm gonna get them all transferred over to the CD format where I could upload it and stream some stuff because it is history and it's Seattle history, and it's something that I really want to preserve. But yeah, today was really I guess an eventful day considering what's up, my guy Yak. We finally touched up. What time is it over there? This is the only time I got, Yak. I be working so hard all day. This is the only time I got. Real talk. I put up I did a upload the other day, and it was up about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I knew everybody was asleep, but I just wanted to get it off my chest. It's up there if y'all want to check it out. I seen you chime in. I appreciate you too, brother. You chimed in on that video. But I had a hater talking out. He said, now, mind you, this guy's always talking shit, man. It's like, man, dude, stop watching me, man. Stop watching me. That's right, Yak. All the way around. There it is. But yeah, this guy's watching. I'm doing a live at 3 o'clock. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. This nigga, it must have been 5 o'clock in the morning over there. And this nigga's on my live. I'm thinking I'm just talking to myself, but it was a pretty good live. If you want to go check it out, it's up on my video listing. Go ahead and chime in like everybody else did as it's growing and the views are going. But pretty for as I'm concerned, for me to be letting out videos at 2 and 3 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, it is what it is. I ain't expecting to get a whole lot of people in the building within that time of the morning. But the haters gotta say there ain't nobody. It's like, come on, man, stop this shit, man. Stop it. Please stop. You're not in my motherfucking league. But I wanted to talk about the guy, motherfucking Young Thug, man. Everybody's talking about it, man. I checked out the proceedings live, and it didn't turn out well for the thugger. Didn't turn out well. Everybody knows he got shot down. I mean, it's like, for real. Who didn't think he was? I kind of, man, I know how this Rico stuff goes, man. And when it comes to us melanated people, you ain't going to judge. I don't care what type of judge was up there. I don't care if he had an afro with an afro picking his hair and some old shit. He ain't letting no niggas up out of there. Especially niggas that's, been out there thugging for real. And apparently these guys have. I mean, they are being called threats to the community, dangerous individuals, talking about that witnesses are being intimidated and some more shit. And I'm like, man, let me take a real good look at Young Thug. So I did a quick Google search, right? And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Who the? This is the dude right here that's causing all this havoc and all this commotion, and they're saying is responsible for murders. And I'm like, this dude does rap. He's in the hip hop game, and I've heard people refer to him before as somebody that wears a dress and all that. Man, it's like, what the hell, man? Hold on. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know, man. They on some bullshit. But I got my guys. I already know y'all my guys. Even if you don't see me on the live, you'll see me on the replay, and I appreciate y'all. Salute, Yak's finest. If y'all, he's from the Shy. Yak's Chicago's finest. If y'all ain't got a chance, he's up and coming. Go over to his channel, subscribe to his channel. He's with the shit. And I want you all to check him out, man, because he's giving the introduction about who he is. And that's important because when we come on these platforms, we need to understand who it is we're watching, what the history is, you know what I'm saying, and what we bring it to the table. And I encourage y'all to do that even when you come here. Please get to know me. Don't be like this oddball, this weirdo, you know, talking about he know me, or he talking like he know me. I'm like, this nigga don't. I never seen this nigga day in my life. You don't know me. What the fuck? Let me get back on the Young Thug, man. So it was another picture I pulled up out of, the Google search, and I'm like, what part of hip hop is this? Yak, can you tell me? Cause I seen your archives. I seen how you put it down. You had that Scarface feel, you know what I'm saying? That real old school, you know, real hip hop gangster shit. I'm like, what part of hip hop is this? This is the person that they are saying is really with the shits where he's at, and that he is a threat to the community and some more shit. And I'm like, wow. I mean, obviously, if you seen him in our town, you'd be like, nigga, you soft, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? You funny bucket looking it, but nah, don't let the looks deceive you. These cats got big numbers in the racketeering indictment, and it's superseding, so it's continuously growing. It's like, ooh. I'm just like, you know, I think they're here, I think they're here to try to like do to try to bring in the the support from the gay pride people and all that, like what's his name did, how he got on. It's like everybody's trying to embrace that and making that a part of the thing. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Yak's saying, because he's definitely from the shits, and I know he got some insight. This that new boys being raised by young mothers, and they emotional just like their moms. Ooh, yeah, you right. You right. Real shit. You right. That means, you know what that means? They be all in their feelings and be on some bitch shit in a minute about nothing. Instead of, moving, with the code of silence and trying to get your money up and all that. This here, I don't get what this look is right here. You know what I'm saying? This whole presentation and the I would say the decharacterization of what our culture was as far as the hip hop game. Who did this to our culture? Who said that this is what it looks like? And so these guys are embracing it. And this just ain't happening in hip hop, it's happening in sports too. Where they got these guys dressing up like females damn near. I mean, let's just face it, really like females, and looking real precarious and looking zesty. And it's like this ain't to me, this ain't hip hop. Hip hop has a lot of elements. One of the things I learned from my guy on the Rhyme Hustle is that there's so many elements that are consistent with hip hop all of the time. One is obviously graffiti. The other one, when it got started, was you know breakdancing and all that type of stuff. The other one was making the beats. You feel me? Making beats. And the other one was obviously rapping. Okay? Those were some. I probably am leaving some out because I'm not as versed as these guys are, because I've always been on the other side as far as that part of it goes. I've always had studios where I just come in and I just do the recording and what I like to call the buttons and switches. So Yak comes in, chimes in, and says, the machine has made it unpopular to be a masculine colored man. Boy, 100. Can I put something? Let me hold on. Let me type something in. Let me say, boy, 100. Okay, because real talk, they're putting us, they're putting us in a predicament to where we gotta accept this look, or we're not gonna get the deals, we're not gonna get the promotions, we're not gonna get the numbers to help us be acceptable. successful in the field that we choosing to be in, and thus this transformation occurs. They're pushing they're pushing the narrative on us. But let's talk about this. Where did it get him? Because at the end of the day, when he come out the studio and he come out from performing and he take all that funny shit off and he turns back into a G and he's hitting the streets, it's like, nah, nigga, that is you. It's looking like you sold out. You know what I mean? Like you sold out, and now you know it's an act. You know it's a costume. You know what I'm saying? You took it off. You know what I'm saying? And now you back to being a gangster. And it's like, what the fuck? How does that happen? How do you go from being zesty to being a gangster? It looks weird to see him in court and hear the shit that they're talking about him. It's like, what the hell is he doing once he comes and takes off them skirts and shit? It's like, that's him. That's his booking shot. So I'm like, okay, you're really two different people. You're living two different lives. One, you're selling out, projecting that image for the machine, as Yak said, and making it look like hip hop is on some zesty shit, and trying to change the narrative in hip hop. You guys that are doing this shit, you're the reason why we don't have the Scarfaces, okay? Why we don't have, you know, the old school Bone Thugs and Harmonies around. Why we don't have, the LLs and that type of style, coming through. It's like our shelf life is limited to maybe 2 to 3 hours, maybe if you're lucky, because this is the agenda that they're pushing. This weirdo shit right here. Why? We have a culture that is so prolific for us to be able to more or less be manipulated into this is a travesty. But you want me to tell you who else this happened to? Listen up, you y'all. Listen up, because your boy is a member of a tribe, and I'm a Native American also. They came in and they stole our culture. They stole our land. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, they want to call themselves Native Americans also. You dig? They want to call themselves Native Americans also. So it's like, what is really the transformation that's going on? So we're being issued out this clown uniform, this zesty uniform, so that they can profit off of us, making us be absolute hip hop fairies, and they benefit from us. And then as soon as they getting ready to, okay, more or less end our contract, they hitting us with all this stuff, the RICOs, the drug cases, the allegations, imprisonment, putting us on dope, drugs, all that type of shit. When this shit first started, when hip hop first really started going, we used to talk about how we wasn't all that, how we didn't do any of that, how we didn't participate. That's what made us who we are. And the one group would be boasting about how they was getting it, and the other group would be competing. This is not getting it. This is submission. It's submission. So if they taking advantage of us to this extent, what's next for the future for the guys that are coming on now? These guys are going to prison with images of being a female on the outside. What's going to happen when they come to the inside in a penitentiary setting? We already know. And them old schoolers up in there, they don't know nothing no different. It's like, oh, you want to be a woman? You want to look like a woman? Well, I've been waiting for somebody like you. That's them old school penitentiary, I'm not going home niggas. Yak says, and our music is the only line of music that put an age restriction on it. Shaking my head. You're absolutely right. Why is that? I'd like to elaborate on that. Why are they putting the age restriction on our? We the first ones that used to have to say uh uh about our music being like putting that stamp on it. The parental guidance stamp and all that, and violent lyrics. And were we the first ones that had to do that also? Because that's more or less like them controlling our narrative, our music, and making it so it's not really accessible to everybody. You know, it's like we don't have no control over something that we created, something that we manifested, something that we took to a whole new level. And they said it wasn't. Yeah, do you remember when they said it ain't gonna last a year, 2 years, maybe? That this is just a fad. Tell me what a lie at, man. They said it was gonna be just a fad. Lo and behold, at least 10 to 20 years later, hip hop took over the whole game. So now what did they do with it? They figured out a way to make us basically sell our souls to be a part of the main genre. This ain't hip hop to me. Okay? And for a person to go this far and put themselves out there like this, and then in the end just get yourself superseded, indicted, and locked up, it's like they're throwing you away like a paper towel. They use you, wiped you up, and now they done with you. And you sold us out with this shit. Nah. Got you sitting up there with a purse and all that. For what? Now you back here trying to get out, and they not letting you out. This is the real you now. After all that bullshit to the community and warring with one another, this is the type of shit I don't get. Okay, back in the days when hip hop was basically a verbal competition, that's all it was. I mean, we might have got into a couple of fisticuffs, am I right? Yeah, we might have got into a couple rumbles, but it wasn't no I'm a killer nigga at the end of the concert, or be waiting to follow niggas home at the end of the show and all that. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. But they made it into something else. Yak says they hated it and prayed it would fail. Once it didn't, we let them take it. Just like everything you're absolutely right. But like again, like I said, with the Native Americans, they did that to us to eventually to where they uh, 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 did genocide and even took our lives in the end. I'm part of a federally recognized crime. I seen and know just how far they can go. Just looking at my history, my genome line, my family. They did us real bad, and they don't mind doing anybody else real bad. And so this is what they're doing with us, putting us over here with these puppet strings on us, and we dancing around, looking silly, looking like clowns. And then when they through with us, they throw us in the motherfucking jail or in a rehab situation or kick us to the curb with nothing going on. Rock, pop, jazz, etc. can make records until they die. How many of us over 30 still on the charts? And you're referring to how many rappers are still on the charts? Exactly. One thing I can tell you right now, they still play Michael Jackson. Okay? They still play Prince. Them type of genres, they still have legs. But the rap game for us, you know what I'm saying? Limited. Even when who remembers that one rap song called "Insane to the Membrane"? That was a cool, that was a cool, basically a cool genre. You know what I mean? It wasn't on no violence tip or none of that. It was kind of like party feel good type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they wouldn't give that no legs. They wouldn't give that no legs. You only got to put out an album, maybe a two, and you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you know, if Frank Sinatra was still alive, they would let him do a whole set in Vegas, a whole set. That's like 80 years worth of entertainment. Am I right yet? So they, you know, they giving them legs. We don't get no legs. This is what we get. We get a booking picture. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. And I mean, this year, if you look at it, it's like how many people have actually in the hip hop game made it out of, if they didn't get killed, they didn't get locked up, they got hooked up and strung out on drugs. How many of us made it out of that? It's bad. It's a bad situation, man. It's really, really bad. And we have to do something. Now mind you, just like I was saying, what's stopping us from making our own industry? You know what I mean? Our own industry. We got the technology. You know, everybody got the technology. What's stopping us from actually going back almost to like the days of selling out the trunk? You feel me, Yak? How we used to sell the CDs out the trunk, how we used to make our own CDs, burn them on the 50 CD duplicators and put the labels on them, the jewel case with the photos, the spine, everything, and go push our own product out the trunk. Yeah, it took time to get rid of, but now we got the internet. How come we can't just do that? How come we just don't keep progressing from you know getting the machine off our necks and keeping our identities and staying independent instead of getting associated with the people that's pushing this type of image and product out? Straight up. We have the knowledge. Somebody needs to sit down with a bunch of other people and see if they can come on. So I don't know if Masters, what they call United Masters, is something similar to what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's like, are we going to be able to win with one of us? That's another thing. We got a problem with working with each other. Maybe, if everybody has the ability to go independent and do it that way, you have the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe you ain't gonna get into the big streams of Apple and Google and Amazon and all them streaming services out there. But the thing is, you can make a niche to where you can get up on those platforms, and then we can change the narrative because this can't continue. This can't continue. They killing us. They killing us with this. I feel sorry for it because I cannot have my niece, my nephew, or anybody in my family say, "Yeah, I want to be a rapper," and when they come out the door, this is what they look like. Nah, we gotta do something about that. So I just wanted to chime in right quick about Young Thug and you know just let it be known that you know what, every time you make a deal, and I don't want to say with the devil, but that's the kind of feeling, the vibe I have here, you know, just like the old country boy that was, you know, swinging down the rope down into hell and dancing on the devil's lap. I don't want to say his name because I don't believe in none of that stuff. It's like you made a deal with the devil and you sold out your soul. You know what I'm saying? And you know what happens when you do that? Eventually, the devil wants his back. He wants what he gave you. Sometimes it's sooner than later. That might be the answer, Yak, as to why we don't get to 30 and still be on the chart because he has so many other candidates to work with. And it's like the devil's just using us and wringing us out and getting the numbers out of us and throwing us in all these messed up situations. And we're not at home with our kids. not at home with our kids. But I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank Yak for coming through. He sent me some of his music, and if I have your permission, I'm gonna play some of that stuff a couple of times throughout. You know, I play a lot of music. Did you see my folks that I played in the beginning? Some of my guys that come through, you know, and you know, I don't mind promoting music, you know what I'm saying, or playing anybody that's, you know, trying to be heard, be seen, whatever. I'd be more than happy to play that. You feel me? I need your permission first, though, so you know my DMs. In fact, anybody who is trying to get in touch with me about playing their music, because I do have a very large Facebook group. I got like 22,000 members. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick. But here's all of my sites that are associated with NetStars Live. And here is the Facebook group, which is 21,000. I got a lot of people that always submit music to me, and I do my thing, you know what I'm saying? And I love, you know, when I see people grinding and trying to you know, make it happen as far as what they're doing. I wanna help promote, help put people out and get them in there. Let me read some more Yaks. They hated it and pretty well. Oh yeah, we read that one. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Yak, you checking out? Well, bro, tap back in the wife. Call salute. I appreciate you too, Yak. You mean you was the only one up tonight. That's all that matters. But tomorrow I have me, you know, 100, 200, 300 views. People get to hear this message, you know, and it means a lot, you know, because man, bro, we cannot keep ending up like this, bro. No, it's not cool. It's getting old, man. It's getting old. We're not finishing we're not hitting the finish line. We're we're being built up only for them to take a big fall. They pulling the carpet out from us. They moving the field goal. All of those things to where at the end of the day, you don't have nothing to pass on. You don't have nothing to build on. You don't have nothing for the next generation to come in and try to, manipulate the machine so it goes back into our favor. This is sad. This is real sad. And this is just the latest example. Trust me, they got some more. They got some more coming. We got a gazillion rappers that'll probably sell their soul and don't mind, you know, coming up in here and giving them what they want so they can get a piece of that money, a piece of that fame and all that. But at the end, what is it costing? Not only is it costing your freedom, it's costing everybody else that's looking up to you and following you. Somebody got to put their foot down. Straight up. Somebody got to put their foot down. I don't know what it's gonna take. I'm an old school dude. I've seen it change completely from all the way days of LL Cool J, where masculinity was a thing to be. But this is a whole different aspect of hip hop. This is femininity, and it's being applied to the black man. You know, I had a plan on coming here and addressing somebody, but I'm getting sick of addressing. This is real topic type stuff. And I don't care who I'm talking to. I got four in the building, salute to y'all. But this is something, we need to start addressing collectively as a whole, man. How long we gonna let them push this image on us? I mean, if they came and gave you a choice, are you gonna put on the Nike sweatsuit or you gonna put on this shit? We got to start making these choices, and we got to start instilling in our young men and our children and all that this is not the narrative, and we can't accept that. We have the ability now to be totally independent. You ain't gonna see Drake in no fucking dress. No. We gotta step up, man. I hope y'all got something out of this. When I just seen what happened to Young Thug after all he did for the music scene and all that, they still said no. You will not pass go. Go directly to jail and do not collect $200. So with that being said, NetStars is gonna play some what I consider some authentic, real Seattle hip hop on the way out the door. Check with y'all.
Damn, they done
burnt my whole city down. It's like I can't breathe. I'm about to choke.
You don't want no smoke.
From out the fire like the phoenix, the smell of revolution's in the air. I'm about to really take it there, cause I'm an OG. Wanna test me? Don't know my pedigree. That I'm strapped with assault, verbal weaponry. You meet the fabulous flames, make them beg like James. Sucker nigga should've stayed in his lane. Throwing salt in the game, you get high blood pressure, so I smack the nigga with that 9 off the dresser just to prove a point. Think Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Murder, blood and brains scattered all over the wall. I paint mad houses, you niggas is hoes. Skinny jeans, mad blouses. Think it's a joke, sinking streams in a boat. You roll 5 packs of blunts, but you don't want no smoke. Nah, you don't want no smoke, nigga. Nah, you don't want no smoke.
The whole city's on fire. I can't breathe, I'm about to choke. You don't want no smoke.
Nah, you don't want no.
They don't want no smoke. We protest and we riot and we fight the virus. We don't want no smoke.
Nah, you don't want no.
You don't want no smoke.
I'm about to torch your ass like the 4th precinct burning down. Respect the north side and my whole fucking town. I get around like Tupac. In the Lex or the Fleetwood, rolling out with Hitchcock. Just ask the last nigga talking real reckless. Wired his jaw, now he sips soup for breakfast. Now the nigga's on a ventilator. Quarantine, violated. He should have bowed and kissed the ring of a good fella. I played his ass out like Coachella, live on stage with a acapella. Your teens played out like them jeans called Jordan. I'm bringing beef to your block like I'm DoorDash. I'm mainly dissing all these whack politicians, promising change but they don't wanna listen. Making us felons, taking away our vote. Nah, but you don't really want that smoke.
The whole city's on fire. I can't breathe, I'm about to choke. You don't want no smoke.
Nah, you don't want it.
They don't want no smoke. We protest and we riot and we fight the virus. We don't want no smoke.
Nah, you don't want no.
You don't want no smoke. The whole city's on fire. I can't breathe, I'm about to choke. You don't want no smoke.
Nah, you don't want it.
They don't want no smoke. We protest and we riot and we fight the virus.
Nah,
We don't want no smoke.
nah, they don't want it.
You don't want no smoke.
Fleetwood hits, Smoke D, House of DJs, Black Medallion.